Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. Oh, buddy. How y'all doing? Y'all ready to study? I'm ready to study. Hey, what's going on? Good evening, good evening. mm, I got that up there, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Let's see. Let me check. uh, I'm looking. I did. Hey, it's my first time and I'm excited. Oh, hey, well, welcome. Welcome to Study Buddy Sunday. Welcome. I'm so glad that you made it to join me. Yes, Ashley, I got the email. I'm going to send you an email back. Okay? Good night. I miss your lives. I'm back in school and I'm just focused on it. Okay, my daughters, keep her high school going. Um, why is this thing not showing up? See, that's why I don't like this thing on here. They want you to use it, but anywho, you're welcome. So this is Study Buddy Sunday. I'm Nurse C, a blessed RN. This is my live study session that I host twice weekly. Yeah, I'm gonna say bi-weekly, but we break down dosage calculations. So if you are a nursing student, pharmacy, med, pre-med, optometry, dental, whoever you are that you need to figure out how to give some medicine and dose it correctly, y'all let me know what program of study you're in. LPN, RN, BSN, accelerated, bridge, everybody is welcome. Hey, first time here and I have to take dosage calculation to get into the program. Okay, Cecilia, no problem. We can do that. So my live session is mainly focused on dimensional analysis because it's not for those who are math intensive, right? So if you can pick out and do the math and you're not having a problem with dosage calculations, then this might seem just a little easy peasy lemon squeezy. But for people who are terrified and often nervous and anxious about dosage calculations, they're not good at math, they don't know which way to go, this is what's going to help you out because we are no longer doing math tonight. We are doing puzzles. We are solving puzzle pieces, okay? So the live right now is streaming to YouTube. So hello, YouTube. Good evening. Once we get done studying, it will be available for replay. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would urge you to go, and there are more goodies over there. My website is listed above, abrntutoring.com/resources. I have study sheets, nurse conversion cheat sheets, and practice questions. Okay, and they're all free, so you can go there, print it out if you would like, and then enjoy to your heart's content. Let's see. I'm an accelerated. Okay, Crystal. I have a test, drops per minute, milliliters per hour. Do we not have to memorize the formulas if we use DA? You don't have to memorize formulas. So the only thing that you would need to know is your conversions and your pieces of information from the question, which I call puzzle pieces. And I've got a couple of those tonight. So yeah. Do we just look for what the goal is? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. On every single problem, we're going to look for what the goal is. Did it? I'm up here talking too much and I haven't even linked my iPad. You look for what the goal is and then we'll solve for what it's telling us to solve. So, all right, puzzle piece. Nurse's puzzle piece method. We're solving puzzles. So if you got a puzzle, right, it comes inside a box. That picture on the box is the goal. That's what we're trying to set up our equation to look like, okay? That's what the question is asking for us to solve. So our pieces in the puzzle are going to be your conversions. They're going to be the things that relate to each other. So you've got milligram per milliliter, milligram per minute, microgram per kilogram per minute. All of those things, what's together stays together, and they go on one puzzle piece. And if they're by itself, like a patient's weight, or sometimes you have like a really funky question and they just give you a time period, like an hour or something. What's together is together. What's single is single. I haven't turned it on yet. It's coming. This is my workshop that's coming up, not this weekend, but the next weekend. I want to share it with you, and if you want to partake in it, you can use tonight's word promo code DOSE-GHOST, because we'll talk about a dose ghost. And yeah, so what was I saying? Puzzle pieces. So our puzzle pieces are going to line up and the units cross out, which was on the bottom and on the top, and everything crosses out except for your goal. So that's how we'll do all of our questions tonight. Okay. All right. So yeah, that is available if you're starting school, if you're still in the beginning stages. Dimensional doesn't make sense. I know we study, we go hard, we answer questions here, but if you want an in-depth breakdown for about an hour and a half, and then a chance to ask your questions afterwards, then it's workshop. All right. All right. Oh yeah. Why is it disconnected? Okay, it's not disconnected. All right, so we start a little bit easy and we get into some harder things, okay? So we'll start with some conversions and then we'll get into some harder problems, all right? So let's do it. Where's the thing? Here we go. Alrighty, so 10 cups equals how many milliliters? So first things first, we have to figure out what our goal is, right? So our goal is milliliters, okay? So what are our puzzle pieces? Puzzle pieces are conversions or information from the problem, right? So we've got 10 cups. It's by itself. It's not with anything. It's just 10 cups, okay? Now we need to go from cups to milliliters. That's household going to metric, right? So I know that I need to go from 1 cup to milliliters. I know 1 cup is 8 ounces. I know that. And then if I've got ounces, I know that there's a conversion for that too. So 1 ounce is 30 ml. Okay. So I've got my conversions. I've got my puzzle pieces. So now I'm ready to start with what it is that I'm looking for. So my goal is milliliters. That is the puzzle piece that I'm going to look for to start with first. It's going to go first, and my milliliters are going to go on the top. So I'm always going to start with what I'm looking for. It's going to be the first thing, and it's going to go on top. Everything else is going to cross out. Y'all got me? All right. So 30 milliliters over 1 ounce. Okay. So now we've used that puzzle piece. Just like in real life, you can only use a puzzle piece one time. You can't divide it in half and use a piece of this puzzle over here and a piece of this puzzle over there. You can keep everything together, okay? So now we've got ounces at the bottom. So I need ounces at the top. That's this puzzle piece, right? So I'll use it. 8 ounces over 1 cup. Your ounces cross out. Now I've got cup on the bottom. I've got one last puzzle piece with cups in it. So we'll do 10 cups over 1. Your cups crosses out and everything is now gone except for milliliters, which is our goal. Okay? Does this make sense to everybody? If it's making sense for you, put a 1 in the chat. If it's not, put a 2. If it's still a little iffy, put a 1.5. Hey, my mind, how you doing? And if you're just coming in or if you're in here, say hi by double tapping the screen. Let's double tap in and stimulate the algorithm so that other students can join in on the session. I appreciate it so greatly. Thank y'all. You're tired as heck. Me too. Me too. I was done earlier. All right. So now that everything is crossed out, okay, we are left with milliliters. So we're going to multiply across the top. I see you, Asia, on YouTube. We'll multiply across the bottom, and then we divide the top by the bottom. So we're going to do 30 times 8 times 10. And that's going to be 2,400 over 1, right? So the top by the bottom. Somebody's knocking my door. They're gone now. Okay. Is going to be 2,400 milliliters. Okay. Hey, from Houston, Texas, currently doing farm homework. You're welcome, Claudette. Welcome. Glad you're here. I'm in Alabama. So where y'all are from? Where you tuning in from? Kazoo. Oh, shucks. You know we got to clap it up. Congratulations. Oh, yes. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you. Illinois, Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. Let's do this one. Alrighty. Michigan, okay. Kentucky, Lafayette, California. Anybody was affected bad by the storms? Passed my first math test last week. Oh, shucks, Claudette. Go ahead. South Carolina, Louisiana. Okay. I'm glad it's passed, but now you got to deal with the aftermath of the storm, you know? Okay. You're welcome. Okay, so we have 120 milliliters equals how many teaspoons? So what is our goal? What is this asking for us to find? Teaspoons, right? Okay. Just pre-gaming before my dosage. Okay, that's what's up. Hey, Simply Tina Marie. Okay, is right, Allura. That's what our goal is. So that's the first thing. After you read the question, you see what is it asking for you to solve for. So now we need to do our puzzle pieces. So 120 mLs, that came from the problem. And I know that I need the conversion from teaspoon to milliliter. Do you all know how many teaspoons, well, how many milliliters is in 1 teaspoon? Teaspoons and milliliters. You got it. 5 milliliters is in 1 teaspoon. Okay. So now we've got milliliters and teaspoons. I think that's all the conversions that we'll need. If we're looking for teaspoons, we're going to start with what we're looking for. So I want this puzzle piece right here. And I want my teaspoons to go on the top. So 1 teaspoon is 5 ml. That's how you pick out and set up the problems, because that's a lot of people's issue. They don't know what to go on the top, what goes first, what comes next, how to set it up. So your goal is going to guide you. It's going to guide you with your puzzle pieces, and it's going to help you set up your problem. What's it asking for? You start with what you're looking for. If you start with what you're looking for, you don't have to go and find it. Okay, so now I've got milliliter at the bottom. So I have a puzzle piece with milliliter in it, right? That's the only other puzzle piece I have. So I have no choice but to use it. So milliliters crossed out, and anything over 1 is going to be itself. Okay, so I don't want you to be confused when I write 1 over the puzzle pieces that don't have a partner with it. Anything divided by 1 is going to equal itself. That 1 is just a placeholder to say, boop, this is going on this top line of numbers that will multiply. It is not going on that bottom row of numbers, okay? Because it'll make a difference for your answer, all right? So 120 times 1 is 120 divided by 5. Is that 60? No, hold on. I was thinking about something else. Don't quote me on that. 24. Here we go. 24 teaspoons. Could you use X? Ashley, where you want me to use X at? Ooh, my hair's big. Ooh. Instead of the 1, because that's not what we're solving for. X is usually an unknown variable used to express the part that you're trying to look for. We know that 120 milliliters is 120 milliliters. So the mathematical part of 120 mLs over 1 is going to be 120. So you could just as well write it as this. But it is often confusing. So that's why we put it over 1 so that we know that it's 1 times 120. Okay? It shows that it's boop at the top. Okay? All right. Okay, let's get into some harder things here. All right. So you ever seen one of those pediatric problems and they give you a baby who weighs like pounds and ounces and you're supposed to find the kilograms, but you can't do kilograms from pounds and ounces. They have to all be in pounds. So this is how we would convert to pounds. Okay. So we got an 8-pound, 10-ounce baby. We need to know how many pounds they weigh. So our goal is going to be, slow down. Our goal is going to be pounds, okay? So we know that this part has to be converted because you already got pounds right here. So we're going from ounces to pounds. So 1 pound equals 16 ounces, and we know that we've got 10 ounces from our problem. So if I'm looking for pounds, I'm going to do like I've been doing. I'm going to start with what it is that I'm looking for. 1 pound is 16 ounces. Okay, now I've got ounces on the bottom. I need ounces at the top. So that's going to be this one, 10 ounces over 1. And we need it because that goes on the top row of numbers. Don't let a 1, because I don't even include the ones when I do my multiplication because they don't make a difference. This is just a placeholder showing you that it's at the top. So don't get confused, okay? Now, everything has crossed out except for pounds. So we'll do 10 divided by 16, which will give us a decimal. 0.625 pounds. So now we can combine like terms. So we just add 8 to this because that's where I get that from. Hey, Ashley. So it'll be 8.625 pounds. Okay. Same way. We did what metric, we did household, we did metric to household and pounds. This the same way. That's why I like dimensional analysis, because you use the same method for a whole bunch of different ways. All right, so let's look at this. This is called Reconstitution, and it trips up a lot of people. Okay, I'm struggling with the weight, milligram per kilogram per day. Oh, those are my favorite, Jayla. Oh, and those are awfully fun. Okay, we'll go over that. I promise you we will. Okay, so look. All right, my question was a little too far up. Reconstitution is a big word. And you know what? Nursing makes a whole bunch of stuff difficult and scientific and complicated and sophisticated sounding, because reconstitution is a big word for adding water to a powder, shaking it up, and making it a liquid so you can give it to the patient. Okay? So on these problems, we want to know what the concentration of the medicine is after you have added the diluent to it, which would be water, normal saline, whatever it tells you to add to it to make it a liquid. Okay? So you concentrate on the concentration. How much water you add, how much gram is in the vial, all of that other stuff is fluff. And if you haven't been in before, I call fluff just useful information that's important at the bedside, but it's not going to help you solve this dosage calculations problem, okay? So order 500 milligrams of drug P is to be added to 500 ml of normal saline. IV piggyback over 90 minutes every 8 hours. Available from the pharmacy is drug P, 1 gram, with instructions to reconstitute with 4.3 mLs of bacteriostatic water, resulting in a concentration of 125 milligrams per milliliter. How many milliliters will be added to the normal saline to administer the correct dose? So what we have is a medicine of drug P. They need to have 500 milligrams of that to add to the IV bag to give to the patient. So it comes in a little powdered vial. And so we need to see what the concentration is after we have reconstituted it, okay? So our goal is what? We're looking for milliliters, okay? Our ordered amount is 500 milligrams, okay? So we have drug P, right? And this is 1 gram vial. Fluff. Okay? With instructions to reconstitute with fluff, resulting in a concentration of this useful information. Here we go. All right? So, this other stuff right here is also fluff. That's part of the order. It's not even asking you about the IV pump or the drops per minute. So we don't need this. We're just trying to see how much medicine to add to the IV bag, okay? So that's fluff too. All right, so if I'm looking for milliliter, what am I going to start with? What it is that I'm looking for. So that's this puzzle piece. A milliliter over 125 mgs. And then what's ordered is 500 milligrams. So it's going to go over 1, and my milligrams cross out. What's on the bottom and what's on the top have to cross out, and they have to be the same units of measure. You can't put a microgram on top of a milligram and expect for it to cross out, because that's the difference of 1,000. We know that 1,000 little micrograms equals 1 big milligram. 1,000 milligrams equals 1 big gram, right? So they have to be the same units of measure in order to cross out. So everything is now gone except for milliliters. So we'll do 500 divided by 125, and that's going to be 4 milliliters. And we always label our answer after you do the math, unless you want to do attempt 2 and 3. I don't want you to do attempt 2 and 3. You got other stuff to worry about, okay? So let's see what y'all say in the comments. It's so hard. I use dimensional analysis. Okay. You going to bed? Okay. Give me a kiss. Mwah. I love you. Night-night. Night-night. Okay. Let's see. So what's fluff again? So, shot. So funny, too. Fluff is information that's in the problem that's going to be important for you as a nurse at the bedside, but for all intent and purpose of you solving this dosage calculation problem, it doesn't make any sense to use it, right? So all the information about the vial and how much is in the vial, all of that is very, very important. But in order to find out about how many milliliters that you need to add to the IV bag tonight, it doesn't matter. That's fluff. You want to concentrate on the concentration of the medicine after it has been reconstituted, okay? All right. I'm in nursing school and I'm trying to learn. Hey, okay, that's what's up. I'm excited for all of you who are starting or in the thick of it. Just know that school doesn't last always and you'll get through it, okay? All right. The provider has ordered 275 milligrams IV of drug V and is added to 1 liter of normal saline. Available is 1,000 milligrams of drug V in a vial, which when reconstituted yields a concentration of 550 milligrams per 3 milliliters. How much of drug V will be added to the IV solution? Okay, so we are trying to find out how much of drug V is going to be added to the IV solution. So we know that what's ordered is 275 milligrams of drug V. Okay, so what is available is 1,000 milligrams in a vial. Okay, cool. That's fine. Okay, but when it's reconstituted with a concentration, remember, concentrate on the concentration, okay? 550 milligrams per 3 ml, okay? So that's that. Let's solve it. So if I'm looking for milliliter, what am I going to start with? Milliliter. Oh my God, I just found your page. I need help with the slide you just took off. This is kind of like the one I just did. It's a reconstitution. We're concentrating on the concentration of the medicine after it has been reconstituted with diluent, okay? And then if you want to review the replays, they're available on my YouTube channel right after we get done studying. It's the same handle across all my social media, okay? So we'll do 3 mLs over 550 mgs. We use that puzzle piece. Now we need to get our mgs, right? So 275, and we'll put it over 1 because it's by itself. It's not with anything else, right? So milligrams crosses out, and now we have milliliters left. So we'll do 3 times 75 divided by 550. 3 times 275 divided by 550. And I got 1.5 ml. You're welcome. 13 in lashes. I'm doing pharmacy technician, which I don't understand, man. Okay, well, you're in the right place. I was a pharm tech before I was an LPN, before I was an RN. So all of it's the same math. Guess who passed her med dose test? Thank you so much for your help. I got 100% because of you. Gone, Ocean Blue Eyes. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. For the test, do you get to use a calculator? Yeah. Normally, I only had one person tell me that their school didn't let them use calculators, that they had to do it by hand. And my person blown. Do you hear me? Blown. But normally on the computer. Hey, we have clapping sounds now. Yes, Ashley, they upgraded me. I can do some stuff. You want me to clap for you too? All right. Okay, so what is this? Safe dose range. Oh, all right. Drug C, 450 mgs is ordered and divided 4 doses a day for a child that weighs 44 pounds. The safe dose range for this medication is 22 to 32. Chanel, no fears, no tears. 22 to 32 milligrams per kilogram per day. Is this dose safe for the patient? And if it is safe, how many milliliters would the nurse administer for 1 dose if dose C, because no med errors here, is available in 100 milligrams per 5 milliliters. Okay, so my mind will only let me do desired over half, and I need to retrain it. Okay, well, come on and solve these puzzle pieces. I came back to say thank you. I was studying all summer with you before I started school. Oh, you're welcome. Works out with G. I remember you. Dosage is the least of my worries now. Stop. Yay. See? No fear, no tears. Stick around for a little bit, y'all. Stick around. Okay, so Jayla, yes, you can use dimensional analysis for almost everything. It's only about maybe 3 I think 1.5 was the answer. No, was it 1.5? Yes, 1.5 is still my calculator, Nurse Melissa. But only three problems that come to mind you can't really use dimensional for because it's like they're different. And that's BSA, Parkland, BSA, Parkland. What is it? What is it? What is it? Dilution, like the tube feeding dilution. There's something else. Fluid volume maintenance. Yeah. Y'all stay consistent and you'll get it. Yes. I need help. I haven't passed. Okay. All right. Well, stay here. Stay here. I have another dosage exam in the morning every semester. Okay, pretty brown. Yeah, it doesn't go away. You haven't gotten there yet? Okay. Okay, so listen. What this is asking us to do is to find out if the order dose that the provider has written is safe. So what we'll do is find the green zone, which is the safe zone, and the red zone, which is the unsafe zone. And we'll do that by using this, okay? So what is the question asking me? Is this a safe dose? Okay? So, the safe dose range is giving us how many milligrams per kilogram per day. Sometimes we can get confused on this part because it'll ask for a dose range or it'll ask for the range per day, right? So we can find it either way. So let's find out how many milligrams per day we would need, okay? What if you haven't been given a range? You can't do it then, because you need to have your range. So we'll do how many milligrams per day. Oh, are you talking about if it's just one? So if it's at or below that that amount, then that's what it is. And some programs do it different. So you have to do whoever has the power to pass or fail you tells you to do. Yeah, I don't like those because you're like, okay, what? All right, so Jayla, I'm not converting crap. I don't touch it. I let the math. I don't do all those other steps because that's too many steps. The more steps you take, the more mistakes you're likely to make. So just hold on. So look, what we'll do is we'll take the 22 milligrams per kilogram per day. That's going to be our lower limit. And then we'll come back with the 32 milligrams per kilogram per day. And that's going to be our upper limit. Okay. So we'll do 22 milligrams per kilogram per day. Now, I'm going to insert my conversion, okay? Because our patient weight is in pounds. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Have you ever divided it by 2.2 and then you've had like decimals and you don't know which ones to use to round to the nearest tenths or the nearest hundred? You don't have to worry about that. The only thing we're going to do is round at the end, okay? Because sometimes when you cut decimals off or you round up or round down, they can change your answer. So that's why I said I'm not going to touch it, all right? So boom. Now we'll do 44 pounds, and that's over 1 because it's by itself. And now we have milligram on the top and day on the bottom. So we'll do 22 times 44 divided by 2.2 pounds. Okay, so 440 milligrams per day. That is the least amount that they can receive. Okay, so now we'll do the 32 milligrams per kilogram per day the same way. 1 kg over 2.2 pounds. Kgs crosses out. And now we have 44 pounds over 1. Everything has crossed out except for our goal, which is milligram at the top and day at the bottom. So we'll do 32 times 44 divided by 2.2. And that's going to be 640 milligrams per day. All right. So our ordered dose is 450 milligrams and divided 4 doses a day. So 440 to 640 is my range. This is the safe zone, okay? Anything less than or more than is not safe. Not safe. If we have 450 milligrams that's ordered, does that fall in the green zone or does it fall in the red zone? Is it safe or not safe? That's what we're trying to figure out. Green means safe. Red is call the doctor, right? Everybody's saying that it's safe because it is indeed safe. So when you see these type of problems, don't freak out. All you're doing is seeing what the safe zone is and where does the order fall within it. And sometimes they can ask it a little different. They can ask you for 1 dose or they can ask for the whole day. You just got to read and pay attention to the details. But that's that. I don't touch a weight. I don't convert this. I don't change that. I let the math because the math will math as long as you set your puzzle pieces up and you cross everything on the top and the bottom out. Okay? Would that be a junior year nursing? Isabella. I don't know. We had it all at once. In every program is kind of different on how like they schedule out their classes. So, I mean, you usually see this in peds, so it could be a junior level. Can you do a basic safe dose range problem? I'm in farm class taking my first ever dosage. That's pretty standard. And then we have to see how much we would give for 1 dose. Girl, I'm gonna need a scratch sheet of paper to write these questions out. Okay. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do, boo-boo. Okay? So, and if you were like, oh, it's gone. Remember, you can view the replay. You can view the replay on my YouTube channel, A Blessed RN. And I've got problems broken down individually. And if you don't like dimensional analysis, I have desired over half and ratio and proportion problems. Okay? All right. Yeah. Okay. So the second part of this problem is to see how much, if it is safe, which we deemed it was, how many milliliters would the nurse administer for 1 dose. Okay. So our goal is going to be milliliter per dose. You say it's a smile for you. I'm trying to make it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Madison, I'm getting to it right now, sugar. All right. So listen, what is ordered is 450 milligrams per day. Remember? And then it says that it has to be divided into 4 doses. So in 1 day, there are 4 doses. And then our medicine is provided in the concentration of 100 milligrams per 5 milliliters. If I'm looking for milliliters, what am I going to do? I'm going to set it up like I've been setting up all of my problems. I start with what I'm looking for. So that's this puzzle piece right here. And hey, Kevin, I'm sorry. I didn't see you came in, but thank you so much. And thank you for the roses. Thank you, Amazing Styles, too. I appreciate it. Let's see, 5 ml over 100 milligram. Okay. So now we've used that puzzle piece. Now I have to have my milligrams on the bottom. So they need to go to the top to cross out. So we'll do this puzzle piece. 450 milligrams is in a day. Okay. Boom. That crosses out. Now I've got day at the bottom. Gigi said, I'm poor. I would send you something. Just pray for me. Just pray for me. Okay? I appreciate it. Pray for my strength to go on. 1 day is 4 doses. Oh, boom, boom. And then we've got, that's it. See? It gets addicting. You're like, wait, I got to cross out something else. So milliliter on the top and dose on the bottom. And we used all our puzzle pieces. So now we'll do 5 times 450 divided by 100 divided by 4. So we would give 5.625 mLs. What if we rounded to the nearest whole number? What would our answer be? Chanel, do we have to find the divider into, exactly, you see how we used it. Okay, so if we answered to the nearest whole number, then it would be 6 milliliters per dose. Don't forget to label, because I can't be mad and talking about your teacher because you forgot to label. I'm just gonna have to say I'm sorry. Is that in safe range, the 6? So, Miss Kwan, we figured out that the dose was indeed safe before we solved for that part, okay? Chanel, I'm just saying, I don't seen it and it's really frustrating. All right, my favorite, yeah, weight-based. So, who said they had a problem with weight-based problems? I don't see enough likes. I don't think y'all are getting nothing from this live. Oh, it ain't making sense, is it? Okay, gotcha. The dose isn't changing. The amount given, yes. That's amount per dose. Me, all right. So come up. Let's talk about some things. So for a weight-based problem, we need the 3 P's. We need the patient's weight, we need the prescribed amount, and we need the product, which is the medicine, okay? So, what are we looking for? Let's read. The doctor orders an IV infusion, hey Amara, IV infusion to be started at 15 micrograms per kilogram per minute. The patient weighs 155 pounds. The pharmacy has supplied a bag of medicine with a concentration of 500 milligrams per 250 mLs. How many milliliters per hour will you set the pump to administer the prescribed amount? Yeah, Mimi. Hey, Mimi. How you doing? It's good to see you. All right, so boom. Yeah, the 3 P's. Patient, prescription, product. The patient's weight, the prescription, and the product. Gigi, yes, we gonna call on them because we out here. Yes, Kevin. Yes. It's a struggle with these exams every week, but let me do some math. Okay, that's the safe place. The math is where you want to run back to. Those other nursing theories, y'all got it. I literally just taught this to myself tonight. Maya, okay, so let's do this one together. All right, so what is our goal? Our goal is milliliter per hour. Okay, see how many milliliters per hour. Okay, so what are our puzzle pieces? So we said PPP, the patient's weight, which is 155 pounds. Our prescription, so what did they write for? 15 micrograms per kilogram per minute. 15 micrograms per kilogram per minute. And that is all on one puzzle piece, okay? So now we've got the last P, which is the product. So your medicine is 500 milligrams per 250 ml. Okay. So we're going to do this one like we've done all the other ones we've done tonight, okay? We're starting with what we're looking for, which is milliliter, okay? So that's this puzzle piece. So 250 ml over 500 milligrams, okay? We've used it. Now, what's on the bottom is milligram. Do I have a puzzle piece with milligrams in it? I have micrograms. Can you put a microgram on top of a milligram? No, you cannot, because they are separated by the factor of 1,000. So this is where your conversion comes in. So I know that 1 milligram is 1,000 little small microgram pieces, okay? Milligrams cross out. Now, I've got micrograms at the bottom. I have a puzzle piece with micrograms in it. I see you, Mary Bray. And so 15 mics per kilogram per minute. All right. So microgram crosses out. Do you see how we're going from step by step? paying attention to what's inside the goal, and we're just making the puzzle pieces fit together so our units on the top and on the bottom cross out. That's the name of the game for all of these problems, okay? So now we've got kgs at the bottom. I have a puzzle piece with pounds in it. So here we go. We're going to put in another conversion. So 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Kgs cross out. And now I've got pounds at the bottom. So I'll do 155 pounds. Remember, it's by itself. Anything by itself, I'm going to put it over 1 so that I know it's at that top row of numbers to multiply. And then, boom, pounds cross out. Now what's left is minute. So I already started with what I was looking for at the top. Now I got to get hour, and I've got minutes at the bottom. So one last conversion. I know that 60 minutes is 1 hour, and everything has now crossed out on the top and the bottom except for what it is that we're looking for, which is milliliter per hour. And now we can finally do some math. I like it. These are my favorite. I love doing these. Woo! All right, 250 times. Oh, let me tell you about the calculator trick. What a refreshing problem. Yes. Okay, so let me tell you about the calculator trick. Because when you put in all these numbers across the top, you're going to get this big number, right? With a whole bunch of zeros in it, possibly. You ever wrote a zero down and not put the zero back into finding, you wrote the zero down and then didn't put it back in the calculator, and your answer was really either too big or too small, right? So I'm going to keep everything inside the calculator. Okay? So I'm going to multiply all of my numbers across the top. Once I get to the end of the line, I'll hit divide. And then I'll put all my numbers in across the bottom, but in between those, I'm going to hit divide, okay? So 250 times 15. I don't put the ones in because they don't make a difference. Remember, I said that earlier, right? 15, okay, times 155 times 60. Divide. You see that big number? All those zeros. What if you didn't write that down right and you put it in the calculator wrong? Okay. And so then we'll hit divide, and 500 divide 1000 divide 2.2 equals answer. I like it. I like it. Boom. Yeah. So what y'all think about it? Are we liking it? Are we getting it? Y'all let me know. Talk to me. Do you go over do I go over problems finding molarity? That will be Professor TK the chemist. She is fabulous. She is fabulous. This one confused me. Okay. Where'd you get confused at? Let's pause for a minute. I understood this problem. Okay, Crystal. What do y'all think about it? This is the place. This is the time. This is the place to get all of your qualms out. I'd rather you ask here on this internet with all of these strangers versus you get to this exam and you don't know what's left, what's right, what's up, what's down, okay? And if you need to book a session with me, private one-on-one, and we need to break it down further, we can do that. Can you make a video on study tips in nursing school? Because I fear of studying like you don't know how to do it. Okay. Sure. Keon say, yes, what did I add up? So I multiply all of the numbers across the top, and I hit divide, and I put in all of my numbers across the bottom. But in between, I hit divide at the bottom. So multiply across the top. Divide across the bottom. Equals. I think I'm getting it. So instead of multiplying the bottom, you divide in the calculator. Yes, one day at a time. Do I round? Sure, we can round. We practice rounding all the time. Let's see, 500 divided by 1,000. I don't know where you get that part. I failed my first exam. Oh, Gigi, that's okay. We can go. Look, it's done. What's on? On to the next. On to the next. I love this refresh. Okay, Miss Beverly. Oh, thank you, Amara. I'm glad. I enjoy our sessions. Allegation problems. Hmm. I would like to book a private. Okay, send me a message, please. Insulin problems. Yeah, I got insulin. You're welcome. Amen. How do you exactly remember what you need to convert for the step? Okay, Evelyn, that's a good question. So look. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back. Because I want y'all to get it. And let's clear up the air. All right. So I'm going to put my puzzle pieces back. So the P for patient's weight. The other P, which is for your prescription. And then the last P is for your product, right? Okay. So we always start with what we're looking for on the top, which is milliliter. So we take this puzzle piece and we flip it, right? So we'll do 250 ml over 500 milligrams. So everything that is not a part of the goal, we know has to go away, right? We only want milliliter on the top and then hour on the bottom. So I already got that part. So I know that everything else has to cross out and go away except for hour. So this automatically has to go to the top, right? So when I look for a puzzle piece with milligrams, there wasn't any. Therefore, I have to convert milligram and microgram because my puzzle piece with microgram is what I have from the problem. So that's why I put 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. So my milligrams crossed out. And then now, since I have micrograms, I can put my 15 micrograms per kilogram per minute in there from the problem. Does that make sense? Definitely insulin weight-based dosage. Okay. Cry it out. Look, just stay. I want y'all, like, if you ever like experience disappointments, don't feel like, oh, I just got to be strong and I got to get past this and this. You can feel how you want to feel because you've been through what you've been through, so you deserve to have your feelings and you feel all of your feels. Just don't stay there. You get up and you keep going. I failed my last semester of LPN school. 14 years later, BSN, RN, sitting here helping you, okay? All right. So the problems you're doing now, will they be posted on my YouTube channel? Yes, we are live and in effect on YouTube. Can I do a Pitocin question? I think I got one tonight. Honestly, Noodles. Noodles. That's what my granddaddy called me. That was my nickname because I always was moving and dancing stuff. So I converted 15 micrograms to 0.015 milligrams. Okay. I mean, if you want to convert beforehand, go ahead. But what I do not recommend is that, because that's another step. So what if you mistakenly had a bad day and it wasn't converting right? That would have changed your whole problem. With this way that you do from step to step to step and not changing anything, but indeed just using the things from the problems and your known conversions, you can see if you mess up. Because if you got a unit at the bottom and you put it at the top and you cross everything out, you see, okay, this is taken care of, this is taken care of, this is taken care of. But if you like it, you do it that way. Can I do heparin insulin? I think I got one. So it's always one at the top for the conversion. No, because what if you had micrograms and grams? I mean, not micrograms, but milligrams and grams. Whatever it is that you're converting to from your problem and what your puzzle piece is, that is what you use. Okay? You're welcome, Evelyn. My inspiration, 53-year-old LPN student. That's okay. That's what's up. You still got the faculties of your limbs, your minds together. You hear, we breathing. Hey, GG, go get it, baby. Is milliliter crossing out with microgram? No, milliliter is not crossing out. Milliliter is part of the goal. Sorry, this is not the completed problem. I did it, but then I kind of erased it so I can show you again how to do step by step. So if you're going to cross this out, you would continue it on with your kg over 2.2 pounds, and I wrote further over this time, so it's going to be a little crunch at the end. Yeah, but the first problem is on the YouTube channel. This one I was just showing you why you would convert and how you know what's on the top and what's on the bottom. Okay, so let's do another one. Ooh, here you go, heparin drip. What they say, you have not, you ask not, you have not because you ask not. You're welcome. All right, patient is on the heparin drip with 20,000 units, U-knots, and a 250 ml bag of normal saline. I had sounded like Forrest Gump for a second. I had to catch myself. The order is to deliver heparin at 850 units per hour. Calculate the infusion rate, milliliter per hour, and round to the nearest whole number. All right, you guys, I know that y'all are busy writing down these problems and tapping in those calculators, but I need some double taps. Let's stimulate the algorithm. Thank you. All right, a patient on heparin. Okay, we have that order and we have this on hand, and we need to see what milliliter per hour is, right? So what is our goal? Milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom. I know that because that's what it asked me, right? So puzzle pieces, things that go together, things that say in or over or your conversions. What's together stays together. What's single stays single, okay? So we've got 20,000 units of heparin in 250 ml bag. So they are together. So 20,000 units over 250 ml, okay? So now we've got an order to deliver it at 850 units per hour. So that's 850 units over an hour, okay? So if we are looking for milliliter on the top and hour on the bottom, we start with what we're looking for. This puzzle piece right here has my milliliters in it. So I'm going to flip it because I want my milliliters first and I want it at the top. What time do you tutor on Sunday? I want to start joining 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So 250 ml for 20,000 units. Okay. Now I've got units at the bottom. I need units at the top. So here's this puzzle piece. 850 units over hour. Units crosses out. And now I have a milliliter per hour. Same way. Different problem, same story, okay? Same method. 250 times 850 divided by 20,000. And that's going to be 10.625. Our question tells us that we need to round to the nearest whole number. Okay, so if this is the whole number, I go one decimal place to the right. If it's 4 and below, it's a no-go. If it's 5 or more, we raise the score by 1. So that's going to be 11 milliliters per hour. How many people got that one? Put a 1 in the chat if you got it. Put your finger in the air if you're the one, girl. Hey, okay. Is it making sense, you guys? Are you liking dimensional? If you didn't like dimensional before, how do you feel about it now? Because I'm going to be completely honest. I hated dimensional analysis when I was in school. I did not use this way. I did not. I despised it. It didn't make sense to me. I hated it in chemistry. I don't know how I got a good passing grade. Because that's the first place I saw dimensional. It was called factor label or stoichiometry, right? And I'm like, well, what goes on the top? What goes on the bottom? What comes next? I don't know, right? But it's like a puzzle. Goal, the picture. What are we working with? This. What comes first? What we're looking for. Cross out, cross out, cross out, cross out. Math. All right. More, please. I have a dosage calc exam Monday the 7th. Okay, Cody. Hey, Cody. It's a lot of male nurses named Cody. You know that? Okay, I don't know. It's just been my experience. I'm starting to get it. You're making this seem so easy. Yes, because it can be. I only know how to do dimensional. That's cool. That's half the battle right there. Because a lot of people start off with desired over half because it's seemingly easy, but then when you get to complicated problems that are not so just boom, oh, boom, do do do, they can like, oh, yeah. So once you learn this method, you can solve almost anything the same way. I gotta know it's your puzzle pieces and what's it asking you, okay? Because of you, I love dimensional analysis, and I'll be ready when nurses go. Come on, hearts for Asia. Come on, yes, yes. I do have videos on my YouTube channel. He said, "Oh my God, stop it! I'm for real, Cody." It's so many male nurses named Cody, like it's ridiculous. I mean, I traveled a little bit too, and thank you, Jay. So yeah. Cody's everywhere. Cody, male nurses named Cody. So I guess you're destined to be one. Hey, Kimberly Smith, how you doing? All right. The provider orders lactated ringers 500 milliliters to be administered over 4 hours. The tubing has a drop factor of 20 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will the nurse set as the infusion rate? Okay. So what is our goal? Drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. Okay, so let me tell you this. So with any IV, I appreciate you too. Any IV problem, we're looking for volume. So how much liquid solution medicine will the patient get over time? How long does it take to infuse into the patient's veins? Okay. So with this one, this is a gravity set. So when you have a gravity set, you'll have a drop factor. A drop factor is how many drops does it take to administer 1 milliliter of medicine or fluid, and that falls in that little squeezy part that you'll see at clinical. Okay, it's called the drip chamber. So we have our puzzle pieces as volume over time. And you see it literally tells you to put that over 4 minutes, okay? Some questions might give you a frequency. So a frequency is how often you get the dose in a day. And that's usually, it has every in front of it, like every 8 hours, every 6 hours, every 12, or BID, TID, QID. That's not what you want to use. We want to see how long it takes to infuse. So to go in, to infuse over. Those are the words that you need to know. If it got every in front of it or BID, QID, TID, we're not using that, okay? Makes sense? Makes dollars? Makes sense. Hey. Okay, so boom, 500 milliliters to go over 4 hours. And then we've got a drop factor of 20 drops per milliliter. All right, so what is it that I'm looking for? I am looking for the drops, right? So we'll do 20 drops per milliliter. Okay, milliliters at the bottom. I need milliliter at the top. So then we'll do 500 milliliters over 4 hours. Your milliliters crosses out. And now you've got drop on the top and hour on the bottom. I need minutes. So one last conversion, right? 1 hour is 60 minutes. Hours crosses out. And now we have drops on the top and minutes on the bottom. Raindrop, drop top, whatever the Migos said. Let's do the math. So 20 times 500 divided by 4 divided by 60 equals 41.6 repeating. And you've never ever walked in the kitchen and seen like the drip just cut in half, right? If you do, you need to get out of there. So we will round these to the whole number. Now, if your institution, program, school, ATI, HESI tells you don't round it to the whole number, you do who has the power, what the power to pass you or fail you requires. But here in this house, we will round our drips to the whole number. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry, I had to do a little puzzle piece. So now that's going to be 42 drops per minute. Okay, I see 42. I see 42. Yep. There you go. This is exactly how I set mine up. It's the only way I understand. Okay, Nisi. Drops equals the whole number, right, Vanessa? Exactly. Okay, Gigi. So how y'all feeling? Are you getting the groove? Because we're not changing up anything. The questions may change, but the way that we're setting these up is going to be the exact same. That's why I love it so much. And I haven't pulled out one formula yet. I pulled out some conversions because you need to know conversions either way. If you use ratio, desire, the formulas, or dimensional. But no formulas here. That takes up too much hard. No. Nope. Who's the chemistry person? Professor TK, the chemist. Let's see. Professora TK, the chemist. There we go. Oh, chemist. Doggone pesky. Why can't we do another with AC? What do you mean, AC? Okay. I was using the every. Yes, one day at a time. That every means a frequency. A frequency is how often you're gonna give that person that IV. So if it says every 8 hours, so 24 hours in a day divided by 8, we're gonna give that person that IV 3 times a day. That's not what this is asking us. We're not gonna take 8 hours for that little bit of piece of medicine to go in. Like, it's not going to be therapeutic at all. It's like it's barely going in, right? So, therefore, every or BID, TID, QID is not what you need, okay? How often do I come on? Your test is in 2 weeks? Okay, Tam, I'm on Sunday nights and Wednesday nights. And if you would like to book a session with me to study one-on-one, we can. Also, it's better to study with friends. If you got a cohort and some friends that's kind of confused on it, then you can come together. Hey, all right, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I didn't even tell y'all. I have been going on. If you're new to school and you want to learn how to do this in a more intimate setting besides TikTok or YouTube where you can ask the questions, then I have a dimensional analysis workshop that'll explain the puzzle piece method. If you use dose and ghost, then you get 20% off of it, and you get the replay from it. You'll get practice study questions, and then the step-by-step study guides. That hour and a half is just instruction, and then afterwards you can ask your own questions on Zoom. Okay, dose goes. All right, so boom. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I guess I was too focused on studying. It's going to be on the 12th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. I mean, sorry, not all day. 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Sorry. Yes, Kevin. Yes. Okay, the healthcare provider orders drug Aura 1 gram. Oh, okay. So see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about, right? One day at a time. You are the best. Thank you so much. God is good. So drug R 1 gram over 1 hour IV piggyback. That's what IVP means. Q 24 hours. So every 24 hours. Doesn't it have every in front of it or Q? Don't use that part. The concentration of drug R is 1 gram in 250 milliliters of D5W. Calculate the infusion rate, which is milliliter per hour, and we're going to round to the whole number, okay? Boom. First steps first. What's our goal? Milliliter per hour, okay? Next, what's our volume? Okay, so we got a lot of fluff in this problem. It's just asking for milligram, kilogram, microgram, whatever. No, it is not. So therefore, I don't need that. Okay, I'm looking for my volume. My volume is 250 mLs. And then what is my time? So remember, if it's got the Q or the every in front of it, That's frequency. We don't need that. It says over 1 hour. It literally told you to put your volume over 1 hour. So 1 hour goes at the bottom. So now, don't we have milliliter per hour? Hey, Chef Ash is back. How you doing? that's that's it. Don't you have what you're looking for? Milliliter. Cody, how the simple ones get you? Okay, what was the part that we need to clarify? Yeah. That was not a quick. That wasn't a quick trick question. I can't talk. I was using the BS in the problem. So that's how you use the goal to get through the BS in the problem. Oh, I just said BS. And I said it hard too. Oh, I said that hard. Oh, the fluff. Okay, here we go. Okay. It's not a trick question. It was a real life question. How many milliliters per hour? Did we put milliliters over the hour? Didn't I tell you don't use that every 24 hours because that's the frequency? So that means that once a day, they will get drug aura. Okay? Aura. Like the old folks in the South say, aura. They will get drug aura. I'm glad you have one-on-one classes. Yes, Ginger. Yes. I do. And just send me a message. And we can study. I got a tickle in my nose. Okay. So let's do this one. I think y'all got mad at me for this other one. So let's do this one. 750 mLs of normal saline to infuse over 4 hours. Available is 750 milliliters of normal saline with IV tubing drop factor of 20 drops per milliliter. How many drops per minute will the nurse administer the fluids? Okay. So what we'll do is write our goal. Drops per minute. Okay. So what is our volume? You're right. You got the goal. So what is our volume? 750 mLs. What is our time? Over 4 hours. And our drop factor? 20 drops per milliliter. All right. So if this asks us to, sorry, Kimberly, I'm just seeing my other screen. Yes, the last one was 250 mLs per hour. If this is asking us to solve for drops per minute, we're going to start with our drops. So we'll do 20 drops per milliliter. I've got milliliter at the bottom, so I need milliliter at the top. We'll do 750 mLs over 4 hours. Milliliters crosses out. Now I've got hour at the bottom. So then I will do 1 hour over 60 minutes. Boom. Boom. Y'all, I went to a real good concert last night. My brother, he plays with October London, and it was him, October London, and Maxwell, and Jasmine Sullivan, and we had some really good seats, and it was a good concert. That's probably why I'm so tired today, but I'm still functioning with these puzzle pieces, so don't worry. I got 62.5, okay, so... No, CC, what? What did I do? Oh, yeah, they came. They came to Nashville tonight. Yeah. It was a really good show. That Jasmine Sullivan, baby, unmatched. Okay, so if we were to Round this to the nearest whole number, which, oh, you said nice. Okay, then. I was like, what? 63 drops per minute. I was so proud of him. So proud. And then he was in his city, you know what I'm saying? So proud. All right. You say you ate it. Okay, you ate and left no crumbs, Cody. Okay, Kimberly Smith, I see you. Okay? It's just getting better as we keep doing problems. Let me know. Let me know. You look like I enjoyed it. Yes, I did. Yep, me and my husband got us some mom and daddy time. And we got out the house. Can you do a problem with an IV piggyback as well? I did one with piggyback. Piggyback just means that you're putting that one on top of the primary line. It does not it does not have any bearings on the way that you will solve. You solve it the same way. Fluff. She said, this is eating me up, Cody. Stop, Ginger. No. Can we do more safe dose range? I have to see what I got queued up, Chanel. If not, I'll do some Wednesday night. That concert was nice. I'm telling you, it was. I mean, everybody was singing. The mics was on. We got this, girl. Yes. One more drop question. I gotta see what's next. I don't even remember. Let's see. This is heparin. Y'all want to do this one? Because what's next after this? Yeah. Yeah. You just got here. If you just got here, then you can review the replay. So don't worry. The replay on my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and share and all of that. Help me as I help you. Help me. Help as I help you. Help me. Help you. Thank you. So, heparin. I'm not scared of lions and tigers and bears or whatever Jasmine was saying. I ain't scared of heparin problems either, especially ones with the bolus. Okay, bolus, big word. One-time administration. You give the bolus and it's gone. It does not have any bearings on your IV drip problems. Okay. Oh, all right. Your patient that has a DVT. What's a DVT, y'all? Nursing students. What is a DVT? Has an order for heparin bolus of 1,500 units, followed by an IV drip of 14 units per kilogram per hour. Your patient weighs 127 pounds and you have a heparin vial labeled heparin 2,000 units per milliliter. What will you give your patient for the initial bolus, and what will you set your IV pump at a continuous dose drip if your 1,000 milliliter bag has a total of 40,000 units of heparin in it? All right, so we've established that this patient has a clot, a deep vein thrombus, right? Thrombosis. So it's a stationary clot. We don't want it to break loose and travel to become systemic and go to the brain, heart, or lungs, right? Thus killing the patient. So we need to get this order right, right? That is a lot. No, it's not. Look, I do not want y'all to fear or tear. No fear, no tears, okay? We're going to go through and break down this question and see what it's asking us. All right, so we first, they got a clot. Boom, we've covered that. So they've been ordered heparin, which is going to help to not have that clot grow bigger, or it's going to, bust it, right? Boom. So we're going to give them a bolus. A bolus is going to be a one-time administration of a drug, fluid, tube feeding. It's just once. It's not going to be a continuous type drip, okay? So next time you see bolus, you're like, okay, whatever. So they want us to see how much we will give for the initial bolus. And that's what's going to get the medicine in the blood, and it's going to get it at a level so that it can work, right? Because if you start the IV drip, that's got to travel, and it's got to get to where it's built up in the blood at such a level, right? We need to quick start that thing, and then we need to maintain it with a drip And then we're going to check the patient's labs every 6 hours to make sure that they're not getting too little or too much, right? So that's what's going on here. We're giving them a bolus, and then we're maintaining with a drip. So that bolus is fast. Exactly. You're just going to draw it up and you're going to put it in and it's gone. And then you're going to start the drip to maintain. All right. So what are we looking for with the bolus? We have a vial. So we've got a medicine because our IV bag is going to be reserved for our drip. Okay. We've got a vial and it's got 2,000 units per milliliter. And our order for the heparin bolus is 15,000 units. If we are looking for milliliters, what are we going to start with? What we've been starting with all night. What we're looking for. Okay. And now we've got units at the bottom. Uh-oh, I put my comma in the wrong place. So we'll put units at the top. They cross out. And what are we left with? Milliliter. Okay. So we'll do 1,500 divided by 2,000 equals 0.75 ml. Bolus is complete. All right. So now what we'll need to do, figure out the IV drip. Okay. So what information does it give us about the IV drip? I legit got 4,130. I'm so cool. Cody, tell me what you did. Tell me what you did, Cody. Tell me what you did. It couldn't have been what we've been doing. Cody, what you did? What did you do? Let me know. Okay. So listen. Now, our goal for the drip is going to be milliliter per hour. If you have a problem and it says IV infusion pump or IV device, it's going to be milliliter per hour. Otherwise, it's going to be a gravity drip, and that gravity drip must have your drop factor. Okay, so we're looking for milliliter per hour. Y'all, please stop. I'm trying not to laugh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Y'all, not too hard on Cody, okay? This is a safe place. Okay. So, remember what we said about weight-based problems. PPP. So, our patient's weight is 127 pounds, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I just kind of scribbled over it. So, 127 is our patient's weight. Our prescription is 14 units per kilogram per hour. And then remember, so everything with the bolus stuff, we don't need anymore because we did our bolus. The bolus has been drawn up and it's been administered. So we're talking about drip now. So we need drip information. So we've got a bag that has 1,000 milliliters in it with 40,000 units of heparin. All right. So if we're looking for milliliters, what do we start with? Okay. We're looking for 1,000 milliliters to be on the top and 40,000 units on the bottom. Now we've got units on the bottom. We'll put our units on the top. 14 units per kg per hour. Units cross out. You see how every step I take, I cross my units out before going to the next. That's how you know what's coming up next. So then we've got kg and hour at the bottom. We got milliliter at the top, which is gold. Hour is at the bottom, which is gold. But this right here has got to go. So I'll do 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. My kgs cross out, and then I'll put my patient's weight, which is 127 pounds over 1. And everything is gone except for the gold. All right, Cody, what you see? So the weight doesn't matter. Yes, the weight does matter. 1,000 mLs over 2,000 units. What? Hold on. No, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. You put 1,000 milliliters over 2,000 units times 40,000 units over 127 pounds. You was just mixing up everything, Cody. Cody, you keep what's together. You was trying to make a whole new drug. A whole new drug. No, 2,000 units is 1 milliliter. That stays together, okay? All right. Child, hold on. Let me see what else you said you did. Hold on. Okay, Cody. All right, Cody. You got to get this, Cody, because there's too many nurses named Cody. You're gonna be one too. Okay, so 1,000 mLs over. Okay, so that's we established that. So when you was trying to find the bolus, that's what you was doing. So 2,000 units is in 1 milliliter, and then you were ordered 1,500 milliliters for the bolus. So what's for the bolus stays with the bolus. What's information is for the IV drip, because you see it said followed by an IV drip. Hold on, I can't write with the eraser. IV drip of. So all that is your other information, and we're going to use the bag for the drip, okay? And I just realized I didn't even solve this problem. My bad, y'all. 1,000 1,000 times 14 times 127 divided by 40,000 divided by 2.2 is 20.2. Is that what y'all got? Then what's married stays together, right? If you're in a relationship, you married, you stay together. What's single is single and ready to mingle. Then you have to start with your goal. Yes. Oh Lord Jesus. Where did the 2.2 come from? That is the conversion for the weight. The patient's weight is in pounds, and our prescription requires that it be in kg. So I don't prematurely convert jack. I let the math. And so I don't have to worry about rounding, cutting off decimals, none of that. Okay? I'm trying to go. Okay, 3 P's. Okay. Cody, I'm not taking this yet. Now I just got the answer right. Cody, you killed your patient. Y'all, not too hard. Not too hard on Cody, y'all. Not too hard. Look, this is a safe space. Oh, Lord. And we will pray after we get done, Cody. I always pray for all of my students and people who I come in acquaintance to on here. So we will pray for you tonight, Cody. Oh, my gosh. Okay, how did you get the 127 on top? That was the pounds. Okay, never mind. Okay, I see now. Wait, so can you please go through the question again? Yeah, I'll go through it again. And I wrote the answer. Thank God I have a private tutor. Yes. Yeah, make sure you and your tutor go over bolus and drip problems. Okay. Will they give the conversion, or do you have to know it by heart? Some people have like little cheat sheets, but the more that you know it by heart, the easier it is to like go through your problems. And the more that you do it, the more that you know. And it's only a real handful of problems. I mean, not problems, conversions that you need to know for like the thick of it. Like honestly. Okay, Chanel, I'm gonna start over. You left off a number. So how do you know when to start, where to start in this problem with all this information? Okay, we'll go back over it. I indeed did not get that. Got lost somewhere doing my homework now. Stuck on an IV problem. Can you do another heparin problem from the beginning? You know heparin is on. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Let's erase. All right. So we got DVT, ordered heparin, Got to have a bolus of 1,500. And I'll tell you which conversions and how you can remember them. Hey. All right. So 1,500 units, and that's the bolus. Okay. So bolus of 1,500 units, followed by an IV drip of 14 units per kilogram per hour. The patient's weight is the patient's weight. You have a heparin vial labeled heparin 2,000 units per milliliter. Question A. Quarter brick, half a brick, whole brick. A. Yep, exactly. Exactly. So how will you, what will you give your patient for the initial bolus? That's the first first question. I'm trying to put question and problem together. Slow down, Carlina. All right. I'm slowing down. What will you give your patient for the initial bolus? So everything that had bolus by it, right, is together. So we know that you're giving a bolus of 1,500 units. Okay. And it tells you that you have a vial labeled heparin 2,000 units per milliliter. Notice we hadn't even got to the second question, which gives you the IV bag for the drip. So no IV bag, no drip. We're talking about bolus, okay? So our goal would be how many milliliters you would give for your bolus. You're welcome, Danny Marie. All right. So milliliter over 2,000 units. Okay. So then we'll put our units on top. 1,500 units. It's not with anything. It's single. All right. So it goes over 1. Units cross out on the top and on the bottom, and you're left with your milliliters. So 1,500 divided by 2,000 is 0.75 milliliters. Okay. So that is the bolus part. Now for the drip. It says drip. IV drip of 14 units per kilogram per hour. The patient weight is still 127 pounds, okay? And then it says, what will you set your IV pump? So IV pump is Blue's Clues for milliliter per hour, okay? And then the continuous dose drip, if you got 1,000 milliliters and 40,000 units. So 1,000 ml goes with 40,000 units. Okay. So now it's all okay. You back now, Cody. I'm glad they didn't shame you away. Shame on y'all. Y'all don't do Cody like that. Y'all, we gonna need the male nurses. Y'all gonna learn. The male nurses help with the lifting. So come on, Cody. All right. So you starting to come back down to earth. All right. So if we're looking for milliliters, and sometimes it takes more than once, y'all, and it's okay. These problems don't just click sometimes. You got to practice. And you practice if you practice them the same way every single time, you know what you're looking for. You start with your goal. You got your puzzle piece. It comes together. Okay? So 40,000 units at the bottom. 14 units per kg per hour. And then we use that. Our patient's weight is in pounds, but we need it in kilograms. So we do our conversion. And then 127 pounds over 1. Pounds crosses out. We've got milliliter at the top and hour at the bottom. And that's all you do. Go, Cody. Go, Cody. Go. All right. So 1,000 times 14, because I forgot what the answer was. 127 divided by 40,000 divided by 2.2. And that's going to, 20.2. That sound about right. Ooh, my hand slipped. Like up the live. Yes. Yep. You got it. Aha. Laughing all the way to the bank, Cody. And not the morgue. I couldn't resist it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I'm glad you got it though. Because heparin is a critical drug. If you don't give enough, if you don't give enough, your patient gonna clot. Like I said, it can break loose, go to the heart, lung, brains. If you giving them too much, you're gonna cause them to bleed out, and then yeah. I'm not a nurse, but I stayed because I'm taking quantitative reasoning, and this was okay. That's what's up. Yeah, you don't have to be a nurse. You can be in other health professions learning this. It's all the same. It's the same method. I was confused because I combined the bolus with the drip. So the bolus is the bolus. The drip is the drip. Okay? Keep the bolus information with the bolus and the drip information with the drip. When you become a nurse, you'll see, okay, I got to get this bolus first, and then I got to set up a drip that's going to keep on going continuously. Yep, don't forget that milliliter per hour because they sure will count it wrong. It's okay because I'm over here crying. Oh, you got me cutting up. I mean, that's how we study. That's study buddy Sunday, work it out Wednesday. We get some serious stuff done because this is serious stuff, and I want y'all to pass. Y'all paying too much money. Life is life, and you got children, you got husbands. Life is on hold basically for nursing school, and you're trying to do better for yourself, and I want better for you. So yeah. This will not be your portion. Dosage is not going to be the reason that you fail. Nope. Not here. Not here. As a very tired and oversaturated nursing student, you somehow made this easy for me to understand. Yes, that's the goal. Yes. I'm about to join Wednesday. Cool. Literally life on hold to accomplish this. Yeah, I understand, man. And then like I had to pay out of pocket when I was in RN school. That is, and then you don't get to go to clinical, or you have to flunk out or do this and do that. And no, nobody has time for that. All right, one last problem. I gotta go to clinical. I gotta go because you got clinical. I'll let y'all know if I end up. Cody, don't say that. I don't want to be an accomplice. One last problem, and then we'll see you Wednesday. My gosh. Oh my gosh. It was cool meeting you, Cody. We gonna pray for you, okay? Yes, Chef. We gonna pray for him. One last problem. Queen J Rosita, thank you so much for the roast. I'll let you know Wednesday. Okay. All right, cool. Good evening. This is my first time. Okay, hey, welcome. We're at the end almost, and we've cut up a lot. So it's time for us to go. But I'll do one last problem, and we've been doing it the same way using dimensional analysis. 8 o'clock p.m. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. No, hold on. Central time. Sorry. Central. Forgot where I was for a second. Yes. So, a client weighs 105 pounds. And if y'all would like to, wow, I got your attention. If you want certain types of problems, because I just be pulling these out, just whatever. The ones that you want to see on Wednesday, y'all let me know in the comments, okay? You're welcome. I gotta go as well. I have a farm exam tomorrow, but thank you so much. Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. And yep, you can rewatch the YouTube. Thank you, Chef Ash is back. I need to make you a moderator. Safe dose. Okay. We can do some safe dose. All right. So boom. Last one. Then we'll go night. Hey, you can tell I'm somebody's mama. A client weighs 105 pounds. The nurse is to start drug D at 5.5 mics per kilogram per minute. Drug D is labeled 500 milligrams in 250 mLs of normal saline. How many milliliters per hour will the IV infuse? Please do. I got you. Okay, look, you ain't said nothing but a word, lady. Okay, so what is our goal here? What is our goal? What is this asking for us to find? Okay. All right. Y'all are getting it. You're getting it. All right. Okay, what are our puzzle pieces? This is a weight-based problem because you see right there, that means I got to use the patient's weight. So PPP, right? Patient's weight is 105 pounds. The prescription is 5.5 mics per kilogram per minute. The last P is the product, 500 milligrams in. So they go together real bad. 250 mLs, okay? Question, we have to convert 5.5. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. We're going to let the math and all the conversions happen inside the equation, inside of our puzzle, okay? So, if we're looking for a milliliter, what do we start with? The puzzle piece that has milliliter in it. We're going to flip it, and that's okay, because we can do that. We've been doing it all night. All right, 250 over 500 milligrams. All right, so now we've got milligrams at the bottom. Do we have a puzzle piece with milligrams in it? No, we do not. We have one with mics. So we'll do the conversion. So if I've got milligrams on the bottom, I automatically know that I have milligrams on the top. So I know that 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. Milligrams crosses out. Now I've got micrograms, so I can do 5.5 microgram per kilogram / minute. Kgs at the bottom in minutes, right? My patient's weight is in pounds, so 1 kg is 2.2 pounds. Now I can put my patient's weight, because I got pounds at the bottom. 105 pounds. And remember, it's not with anything. It's just over 1. And then we've got minute left. I need hours. So I'll do 60 minutes, and it's going to be real close, over 1 hour. So my minutes cross out, and I've got hour at the bottom. I always start too far over. You think I would learn week after week. And that's that. 250 times 5.5 times 105 times 60 divided by 500 divided by 1,000 divided by 2.2 equals 7.875. What if we rounded this to the nearest 10th place? What would our answer be? Good luck to all future nurses just for my first job. Okay, go ahead. Time to multiply and divide. Exactly. Okay. So if we rounded this to the nearest 10th, it'll be 7.9 milliliters per hour. Excuse me. I got the hiccups. Oh, and it hurts. Oh. Cody, didn't you say you had to go to bed? Cody. Oh, you say you're gonna say Yes, come back. Okay. So before we go, because I this is my last problem. Before I go, I was going to tell y'all about the conversions that you use most often. Cody is hilarious. I'm telling you, every male nurse that's coded, like, they are awesome nurses and they're funny as I'll get out. So I ain't worried about Cody, and I'm just not going to give him no DVT or in-STEMI patients with heparin. What kind of specialty you trying to go into, Cody? Oh my gosh. Okay, so the conversions that you need to know the most, all right, are going to be your kg, your g, your milligram, and your microgram. Okay? And I knew you was trying to go to the ICU. They all go to the ICU or the ER. That's okay. Oh, you're welcome, Isaac. All right. So listen, I made a video and we kind of broke it down using cookies, right? So the gram is 1 unit. That's your base unit, right? So yeah, you don't need to deal with heparin patients. I don't know about them critical drips either, though, my God. So let's see. The base unit is grams, so that's one, right? So that's one cookie. If you smash that cookie and you had 1,000 pieces, that's your crumbs, right? So it'll be 1,000 milligrams to make 1 gram. So 1,000 crumbs come together to make a cookie. If you pick up one of those crumbs and you smashed it even further into little residue pieces, those are your micrograms. So the micro, small, right? So it takes 1,000 micrograms to make 1 milligram, 1,000 milligrams to make 1 gram. So if you went to Costco's or Sam's, you got a big thing of cookies. So you had 1,000 cookies in a package. That means that it'll take one big package with 1,000 gram size cookies. So you see all of those are separated by the factor of 1,000. 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. And then it takes 1,000 grams to make a kilogram. Because the kilogram is the big kahuna, right? Boom. All right. So that's that part. So that's part of what you need. Then, of course, you know your 1 kg equals your 2.2 pounds. And then your 1 pound equals your 16 ounces. You have to know your weight conversions. Now, for your household, you're welcome. For your household, we got teaspoons, tablespoons, and ounces. Right? So, 5, 15, 30. Teach them the song. Everybody don't know OJ the Juice Man, and you trying to bring up my former ratchet days. So, you can go and watch the pin video on my page, okay? But you see how it's 5, 15, 30? So you take 3 of these, 2 of these, 1, blast off. Blast off. 5, 15, 30. Teaspoon, tablespoon, then an ounce. Hey, 5 ml, 15 ml, 30 ml. Okay. Hey, okay. Okay. Hey. All right. So then, cups, pints, quarts, and gallons. 1 cup is 8 ounces or 240 ml. Whichever. Yes, Black Label. So whichever you want to memorize, that's how you do that, right? So then we get 2 cups is a pint. 2 pints is 1 quart. 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. So 1, 2, 2, 4. 1, 1, 1. Okay? 1, 2, 2, 4. What else? Your feet. So 1 foot is 12 inches, and then 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. And that's all you really need. That's it. I've got it kind of listed like this. So, because normally you see it like on a big, huge chart and it's just a whole bunch of information. You're just like, I need to do flashcards. So if it's all grouped together like this, because that's how my mind works. I like the similarities of stuff in grouping. You know what I'm saying? It kind of makes it stick, especially with the teaspoon, the tablespoon, and the ounce. So if you get confused about which one is bigger and which one is smaller, you put a teaspoon on top of the table. Okay? So 5, 15, 30. All right. And of course, your liter and your milliliter. 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters. You use the same prefixes. You're welcome, Veronica. Okie dokie, hokey pokey, artichoke, and all of those. So definitely, if you are new to dimensional and you would like to see how we can further explore efficient knowledge, proficient knowledge of dimensional analysis with the puzzle piece, you are welcome to join the workshop on not this Saturday but next Saturday from 10 to 1 10 to 11:30, and then of course you'll have question and answer afterwards. If you use the promo code DOSE then yeah, you get 20% off of it. Of course, I will be back on Wednesday for Work It Out Wednesday. That is just like this session. It's just on a Wednesday night and about 30 minutes later. Thank you for the roses. If you would like to see any questions broken down, I already took note that we want safe dose range on Wednesday night, so I'll include those. Just let me know in the chat if you would like to book a one-on-one session with me to go over your personalized struggles or whatever you need attention or needs to be broken down a little bit more versus sitting here on TikTok on your phone. Then we could definitely schedule a Zoom. Just send me a message. I'm working on my website. I'm working on developing some other things, courses and workbooks. So, just until then, come study with me. On YouTube, the replay will be available, and I'm about to cut off the stream.